He's a good dog. What's up, guys? Did I sound like Nick Willard? Not even close, huh? We could do the bot grinder. Get it right up under our nose here, so you can see my nose hairs. Or we could do the La Drib and very carefully pronunciate every single word that comes out of our, never mind, forget all that. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on my gear, my current gear, and some of my old gear that I've always had. So here's my backpack. This is made by Caden. I paid $27 for this in China, and it's fantastic. It has all the little dividers if you want to divide stuff up, blah 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 blah. In here is all my little tidbits, some electrical tape, some rubber band. I use rubber bands on my batteries to hold the balance plug down. See, guys are making all kinds of crazy 3D prints and everything. I just use cheap old rubber bands. It's like a quarter for 100 of them. And now I know that this is a discharged battery because the thing is down. So there's that. I have a soldering iron in here, the T100 with the cord. I have some spare frame bolts in case I need them, a little heat shrink, a little bit of wire in case I need some wire to solder something up, a little tiny spool of solder down in here somewhere. There it is. A couple different like plug-in cords for a computer, one for a little cord that plugs into my battery over here to charge up my speaker and my phone and whatever else I need to do. There's some spare prop nuts in here. These nuts! Here's the thing that plugs in there, that plugs into the little charge cord that I have here. That's about in there. A little battery checker. That's about it. Here's the toolkit that I've had forever, and I've traveled all over the world with this toolkit and never really needed anything else. It's in a line. I've had this for several years without fail. Has the little bits that click into it. Works fantastic. A pair of needle nose pliers with a wire clipper dealie on there. And then I have me a gear wrench that I use for changing my props with the gear on it. See? Gear. This here's my field battery. It's a 22,000 milliamp 3-cell. You see the size of those freaking cells right there? Here's my little field charger that I've had forever. Put dual plugs on it so that I can plug this in and plug in my charger thing for this, and plug in this into the balance one and all that good stuff. In the front pocket I keep my props, my spare props, and there's a toothbrush in there and some zippy ties. And then I got this nifty little deal right here for grabbing onto motors that have stuck props. And that's it in there. Dave from the future here. I forgot to mention a couple very important components of this bag that I wanted to show you guys. Over here I keep some zippy ties. And believe it or not, this thing is pretty helpful for, it's a onocular for when your quad's up in a tree so you can see how it's stuck, or find it, or look at hot chicks from across the field. You know, because there's always hot chicks hanging around when we're flying, right? But what I really wanted to show you guys is what's in this pocket over here. This is a ball of twine, right? Like you couldn't have guessed that. But this is the important stuff right here. I also carry, come on out of there. Crying out loud. I also carry a slingshot and a spool of braided fishing line with a fishing weight for when my quad gets stuck in a tree. I can just shoot this weight up over the branch and yank the quad out of the tree, and if it's too much, if the line's breaking, then I tie the twine on and pull the twine over the branch, and it's worked for me every time. So I thought that was noteworthy. Alrighty. So now, over here, today is the first day I finally busted out my brand new X10S, and I freaking love this thing, you guys. I got big hands, so it fits my hands really well. I love these gimbals. They don't feel, these are, this is the 10S with the 10 bearing aluminum CNC gimbals in it, and they do not feel clanky to me like some other people have said. They feel precise and freaking nice. Nice and precise, precise and nice. The switches are super high grade tactile switches. It's got this awesome rubber grip on the back. Freaking thing is awesome. I flashed OpenTX on here, so it's very intuitive. I'm very used to how to use OpenTX. The only thing I'm still getting used to is the spinny dials and the pushy buttons instead of the up and downy buttons and menu exit buttons and stuff. But I'll get there. It's not that big a deal. Real easy to set up. Got my arm switch and my air mode switch and whatnot, so on and so forth. However you want to set them up is up to you, obviously. What else was I going to say about? Oh, this is the newest version, and they no longer have the charge module. This just comes with a wall plug that plugs straight into there, just a regular old freaking 12 volt DC wall plug to charge her up. No more modules, so that's freaking fantastic. Here's my good old HG2 goggles that I've had for 2 years that still work phenomenal with the LaForge V3 in it. This is a handmade, hand-tuned pagoda that my friend that works somewhere, he has like the spectrum analysis thing and all that stuff, he made it for me. I've had this for a couple years, works great. Chad Capper actually snuck that freaking Rotor Ride stick it on there, trying to block my signal while I was flying. Capper. Of course, a TBS black sheep patch. And then long time ago I made a cord for this, so I just plug this cord in here and leave it plugged in, so I don't wear. I've seen a lot of people have been complaining their barrel connectors wearing out. Well, I'd never unplugged this. I just have it on this cord, and I have a switch right here to turn them on and off, and that's it. This is a pack I made myself. It's two 26650 batteries with a XT60 on it, and I made this. Isn't like some kind of special plug, it's just a switch. It's just a switch I had laying around. Works perfect. I made it long enough so that when I drop this down in my pocket, the switch sticks out. And what I have here is a step up, voltage step up, not a step down, a step up. And this is adjustable also. I think I have it adjusted to 8 volts, because what happens is these lithium ion batteries can go down to 2.5 per cell without an issue, but when you get down below 7 volts, your goggles will start beeping and shut off at 7 volts. So by using this step up, I can run these for like double, triple the time that you normally would without the step up, because these can go down to 2.5 no problem. It's just a XT60 and a balance plug, so I can just plug it into my charger and plug it up. That ISDT does lithium ion, or just any charger will do, as long as you set it to 4.1 or 4.10. They do not like to be charged all the way up to 4.2. So there's that. And then over here we have us a dog. Yes, we have a dog. No, we have, this is my newest version of my Skidoosh frame. When I made these frames, I made some of these cheeks had notches in them that the battery plate slid in, and you used 15mm standoffs with the all-in-one board. But I also made these cheeks that have the flat back on them that go right up against the standoffs. So that's what I set this one up with 20mm standoffs and the Maytech F405 stack in there instead of a all-in-one type board, and it changed the center of gravity just that little bit, and this thing freaking feels great, which we'll see here in a minute when we go for a fly. Of course, the TBS Unify, and these are Fly Color BL Heli 32 50 amp ESCs. These things really freaking woke up these F40 Pro 2s. I'm running F40 Pro 2 2600s on here, and I love the way this thing flies. Of course, I love this frame, and I love the way my frame flies because it's my frame. I love the hang time I get on it and the way it handles. It's a squished X design, so it's real stable side to side, but yet it's got quick flip and roll because it's a squished X. So there's that. We'll strap the camera in the little holster here and go for a rip.